Welcome to Internet Quality Academy. The channel is for the quality control engineer, site engineer, and the civil engineer who are working in the construction field. In this channel, we are dealing with anything and everything which is required to get success in the construction. Today, I'm going to discuss about a very important topic that every civil engineer, those who are just starting their journey into the construction, they should know. That is, what is normal consistency of cement and why it is important, and what is the relevant IS code and how to determine the normal consistency and cement. So stay tuned until the end to get the full information about the normal consistency of cement. And if you are new in my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notification. So without wasting time, just jump on the subject, that is normal consistency of cement and its test procedure. Now first we need to know what is consistency. It is important to know that what is the consistency, then we can find out what is the normal consistency of cement. Now consistency is the context of cement. Consistency refers to the relative mobility or fluidity of a freshly mixed cement paste, mortar or concrete. That means concrete is a dry state. We cannot use the concrete in dry state. We need to add the water in order to prepare the mortar or prepare the concrete. So whenever we are adding the water, how it is relative mobility or fluidity, that is determine the consistency, whether it is a standard one or not. Also whether it is can be workable or not, or it can be flowable or not, that is the consistency. It is an indication of the ease with which the material flows and can be worked with. So it is the determination that how is it can be placed or how it can be easily work out whenever we are working in the site, be it in the mortar or in the concrete. So that is why consistency is very much important. The next is, what is the consistency of cement? Now, in the normal consistency of cement is defined as the amount of water required to produce a cement paste of standard consistency, which allows a Vicat apparatus to penetrate a prescribed rate. Vicat apparatus is the instrument to determine the normal consistency. We'll discuss in later what is the Vicat apparatus, what is the component. Now, and how it is determined, it is also in IS 4031. It is determined what will be the reading of the Vicat apparatus when you are measuring the normal consistency. But what is normal consistency? That is define the water required to make it a paste that is flowable and it is can be workable. It is not that the we are adding water but it is not workable. That is not the consistency. That is, we need to find out what amount of water is required for the cement mortar or cement paste, whether we can be workable or not, or it can be easily workable without affecting the properties of the mortar. That also you need to keep in mind, that we cannot add extreme water, the whatever then what will happen, that mortar will not workable and that will not give the strength also. So what is the standard amount of water required to make it workable, as well as whatever the properties that should not be affected? That is the normal consistency of cement, and it is determined by the use of Vicat apparatus. The next part is why consistency is important. That is why you need to know why we need to know the consistency of cement. That is workability. That is insurance the cement mix is workable and can be easily mixed, transported, placed and finished. Now why it is important? Because we need to prepare the mortar and we need to transport and we need to mix and we need to place and we need to work. So this whole the process, that is workability. So that should be determined with the normal consistency of cement, or whatever the amount what is required, that we need to determine. That is why consistency are important. Then hydration, provide the right amount of water for the hydration process, which is essential for the development of strength and durability. All we know that whenever we are adding water into the cement, it start reacting with each other and the process is called the hydration or heat of the hydration. So this is also determining that what exact amount of water required to produce a hardened paste and make it as per the strength requirement. That is why the consistency is important. Then the setting time, that influences the setting time of the cement, ensuring that it neither sets too quickly nor too slowly. That means why setting time is important, that we need to work within the setting time of the cement. So it is determination that it should not sets too quickly or too slowly. That is why the normal consistency is important. Then strength as the main criteria, that if the final strength of the concrete, too much or too little water can reduces the strength of the cement paste. That is why it is very much important to know what is my consistency of the cement. Then the durability, ensuring that the durability of the concrete structure by preventing issues such as cracking, shrinkage and segregation. So that is why also it is important that it is determination of the durability of the concrete. That is why the consistency or the normal consistency of cement is important for workability, hydration, setting time, strength and the durability. The next part is we need to know what is the relevant IS code for that one. The code is IS 4031 part 4 1988 reaffirmed in 2019, that is determination of standard consistency of cement paste. And what is another code, that is IS 5513 19196 reaffirmed in 2021, that is the Vicat apparatus specification. So apparatus, we need the Vicat apparatus to determine the normal consistency of cement, and how to determine that is defined as 4031 in part 4. And what is the specification of Vicat apparatus, that is in the IS 5513. So next part is testing apparatus. What is the testing apparatus we need to determine the normal consistency of cement? First, we need the Vicat apparatus, we need the wave balance, we need the width, or in the gauging trowel conforming to IS 10086. Then three things, another things also need, these are non-porous glass metal that we will discuss in the Vicat apparatus. So these are the testing apparatus we need to determine the normal consistency of cement. So what is the temperature or humidity whenever we are doing or we are taking the sample? That is, temperature of room should be 27 plus minus 2 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity should be 65 plus minus 5%. That is very much important to maintain the temperature and the humidity whenever we are determining the normal consistency of cement. So these are the things that heat temperature, humidity, and it is described in IS 4031 part 4. Then what is the Vicat apparatus details, that we need to discuss slowly, or to understand what is my instrument. It is in IS 55131996, that is already been discussed. So here is the A, B, C, D, E is the mold. Here is a non-porous mold, and there is a plunger is G, and is a needle. But in our case, we need to use the plunger G for this normal consistency of cement, and this is the indicator or the scale. Here it is coming 0 to 40. Now, as per our requirement, that whenever we are determining the normal consistency, whenever we are placing this plunger and following it should be within the 5 to 7 millimeter of the test, so that whenever we are getting the reading in between 5 of 7, whatever the amount of water is required, that is the normal consistency of cement. So that is we will discuss in step by step how it making. So here is a scale 0 to 40, and this plunger G should be used. Here is a 50 plus minus is length, and diameter is 10 plus minus 0.5, 10 mm, and plus minus 0.5 is the diameter. And this is the clamping screw, is the release pin. So here it is a clamp with this, and whenever we are releasing this, it will come into this uh, test piece, and whenever it test piece coming, this indicator is showing. And if whenever it is the indicator is coming in between 5 to 7, we will determine that is our normal consistency. And this is the test here, that is 40 plus minus 2 is the diameter. Sorry, it's the height, and diameter top is 70 plus minus 5, and the bottom is 80 plus minus 5, and there is a non-porous glass or non-porous plate, and above the non-porous plate this has to be placed, and then this plunger has to release, and we need to record the indicator or the reading in order to get the our normal consistency. So these are the things about the Vicat apparatus. Next is, what is the test procedure? In test procedure, it is determined in the IS 4031 part 4. What is this? Prepare a paste weighing quantity of cement with a weighted quantity of potable or distilled water. Now, what is the quantity of cement? That is up to you what is required. Maybe 300 gram, maybe 500 gram, whatever you took, that will be. And what is the cement quantity of water? That is coming around 25 to 30% of the cement. So if you are taking 300, maybe so 75 liter, 75 ml water has to add into the cement to in order to make first trial. I mean, if you are getting within the 5 to 7 mm reading, it is okay. If not, then again we have to readjust the water. So this is the trial and error method. So quantity of potable water, distilled water, taking care of that all the time. Gauging is not less than the 5 minutes, nor more than the 5 minutes. So whenever we are adding water into the mix, that and the test has to complete within the 3 to 5 minutes, and the gauging shall be completed before any time of setting occurs. That means if setting is occurred, that means there is no point to test that one. It will not give the right kind of result. The gauging time shall be occurred from a time of adding water to dry cement until commenting to the fill the mold. Fill the Vicat mold E with this paste and mold resting upon a non-porous plate. As we show, the E is the Vicat mold and the non-porous plate. After completely filling the mold, smoothen the surface of the paste, making it level with the top of the mold. The mold may be slightly shaken to expel the air. That means removing the air. Then clean appliances shall be used for the gauging. In filling the mold, the operator's hand and the blade of the gauging trowel shall alone be used. Place the test block in the mold together with the non-porous resting plate under the rod bearing the plunger. Lower the plunger gently to touch the surface of the test block and quickly release, allowing it to sink into the paste. This operation should be carried out immediately after filling the mold. Now, what is that? Again, we will check from here. See what he's saying? This plunger has to attach here. Now we need to place the paste here in mold E, and it has to label, and it is to shaken to remove the air. And after making the label, it should be placed in the non-porous plate, and then again you have to place below the apparatus. Now here with the plunger, we need to bring it down here itself above the paste, and after that quickly we need to release the plunger. Then we need to check the reading, and we have to find out whatever the reading is. If it is in between 5 to 7, that means our cement has the normal consistency, or the amount of water we added, it reaches the within the range that we can say that 25% of the cement used is the normal consistency. If it is not, then again we have to redefine the adjust the water, and again we to do the retest. So these are the thing. And then the standard consistency of Vicat apparatus as 0.5 to 7, as I will discuss. If it is not, then again we have to readjust the water. So these are the things we need to know about the test procedure of the normal consistency of cement. So these are the things about the test, about the procedure and everything. Now we need to know what is the test report. How we can say what is the test report? Is calculation. It's saying express the amount of water as a percentage of by mass of the dry cement to the first place of the decimal. That means what it should be expressed as a percentage. So water maybe 25%, 26%, 27%. You can remember that whenever we're taking the cement, if it is 300, we are taking 25, that means 75 ml. If it is 26, that means 78 ml. So whatever the percentage that should be expressed, because we are doing with a 300 gram of cement or 500 gram of cement, whatever. But actually when we're doing at the side, the same water, no, water cannot be used. So that is why it should be expressed in the percentage. So if it is 20%, if we are doing 50 kg, we have to calculate for 50 kg how much water is required. So it should be expressed in the percentage. So consistency is weight of water slash weight of cement, it is into 100%. That is consistency. So it will express in the percentage. And then whatever the precaution we need whenever we are doing the test, that is ensure that all equipment including the Vicat apparatus, plunger and mixing bowl are clean and free from any previous residue or contamination. Then use freshly properly stored cement. Avoid using cement that has been exposed or moisture. If it is, then with that we cannot use that cement. Use distilled or deionized water. That means that should be water, whatever that distilled water or the potable water, that there will be no chemical reaction in between cement and with the harmful ions. Then accurately weight the cement. That means the whatever the weight we are using, whatever the weigh balance we use, that should be calibrated. Mix the cement paste uniformly and consistently to avoid lumps. That means uniform mix has to achieve. Then conduct the test immediately after preparing the cement to avoid any initial, that we already discussed, that we need to avoid the any type of settings. Fill the Vicat mold with the cement paste carefully, avoiding air bubbles, so that we need to remove the already discussed. Ensuring that the plunger of the Vicat apparatus is properly aligned, that can move freely without any obstruction. Then take accurate readings of the plunger penetration to the nearest millimeter. Perform multiple trials to ensuring consistency in result. So these are the thing about the consistency of cement. Let's summarize what is consistency, what is consistency of cement, why consistency is important, what is the relevant IS code, what is the testing apparatus, what is the temperature and humidity, what is the Vicat apparatus details, what is the test procedure, what is the test report format, and what is the precaution. And I hope you find it useful. And if you find it useful, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notification. And I'm waiting for your valuable comment, so that from your valuable comment, everybody will benefit. And if you want to know anything more about quality control, please let me know. I'll come with more content like this. And thank you once again for watching me.